It takes a little while. All right, we're live. So we got today for our guest, we got Eternal Sith,
or Darth Eternal. Yeah.
Yes, hold on. Let me turn on my
yeah.
light for a second so I could.
Yep,
What's up,
there you go.
guys?
There he is.
We did interview him.
He's got more than 2,000 subscribers, and he does Star Wars content like us. You can check him out. I linked his Instagram and his YouTube channel in the comments below.
This is the
check him out. I linked his Instagram and his YouTube channel in the beautiful voice.
Why is your thing talking twice, man? What the heck?
Where does that come from?
Oh, I have the thing on the video too on YouTube.
That's
so I heard you twice. What's going on? We also did an interview with him as well. You can check that out. So this is his second appearance on the channel.
But my first question to you, Darth Eternal, is how'd you get started in YouTube? You know, what made you start? For us, you know, we had our own separate channels, and then we eventually just made it into one. How did you start off? What was your inspiration to start off?
Wow, good question. Funny thing is, it all started for me. I'll never forget. It actually started a year ago. Well, a little more than a year ago. And it was like on a Sunday night. I was actually making my banner to have my own YouTube channel. And it ended up being that I had a YouTube channel with my friend, just like you guys. And, you know, we did our thing. We did news, we did live streams, we did everything. You know, at the time, you know, we had creative differences and, you know, we were kind of going in different directions because, you know, we kind of had our own things going on in life. And then from there, I had my YouTube. I started my own YouTube channel. And then from there, it blew up and it grew into what it is today, the Eternal Sith Network now.
All right. And so, like back then, was your channel about Star Wars too? Back then, the one you did together, or it was also about Star Wars?
Oh, the one I did with my friend.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, we were called the Solos Post. Yeah, we were.
What time? Like, was this like 2017, 2016, around that time? Or?
Oh no, this was 20. Wow, I want to say 2021. I want to say 2021. I think.
Really? So yeah, that wasn't that long ago then.
That wasn't that long ago.
Oh no, I'm sorry, 2020. I lied, 2020. I forgot we're in 2022. Yeah. I'm sorry, 2020 we started.
Yeah, so then afterwards you're just like after you guys stopped the channel, you're like, yo, why not just make my own? That kind of
actually I had my own while we were doing our thing. And then it was an easy transition because everybody who was watching the Solos Post, which was like I said, with me and my best friend who we've been friends with since before birth. Our parents are good friends. I ended up just doing my thing and then we're still good friends. You know, I'm actually thinking of he doesn't know this, but I'm actually thinking about putting him on my channel, doing some stuff. So yeah.
There you go, man.
Right.
I want to ask, how did you and Rob meet actually? Rob's Rules?
Oh, how we met. Wow.
Yeah.
Funny thing, we're about to make a year. We actually met last year at a meeting of Drunk 3PO. That he came and they had that meeting in New York City, and since we're all from New York, we all met up there, and then I just met Rob, and I don't even know how it happened. I don't know if I think we exchanged numbers or Instagram or Twitter or something, and then the relationship just started there, and then we've been friends now. Gonna be a year. There you
go, man. There you go. We well, actually, I had met Rob first. Actually, like when he first started his channel, I remember when he had 50 subscribers. And
wow, 50.
Yeah, so I kind of kept up with him, like with his channel here and there.
Yeah, and me and Luke had separate channels back then. He had his own channel.
What did you guys cover?
Star Wars, both of us.
Similar Marvel.
Star Wars. It's a funny thing. Back then, I saw Luke as a rival. Back then, I was like, this guy, dude, he's stealing my viewers away. I remember back then, I made a channel, right? And then it had like 50 subscribers. His had like 100. And I barely posted.
So actually, first off, you were about 50, right? And I was around 20, right?
But he was ahead of me by a lot.
No. You were ahead of me. But
yeah,
I kept making the videos and you stopped. And then
I just stopped making videos for like 6 months.
And then I surpassed you and I got like 100, 150. And then I remember you disliked my video, 1 view, 1 dislike, and you put in the comments.
I blame my brother for it.
And I said, why did you dislike my video, man? There's 1 view, 1 dislike, 1 comment. You're like, oh, my brother did that. That's what he said. I was like,
yeah. I was salty. I was like, this guy, dude. This guy.
And then afterwards, when I hit about 300, and you were probably around 75, you said in the comments, you're like, "Yo, man, yo, what do I do, man?" You know. So that's kind of how it. You know.
Yeah, and it's. I gave up for like 6 months. I don't know what I was expecting. I was like, why is my subscribers going down? And I just stopped making videos for 6 months. That's probably why. I mean,
yeah, I said that. I was like, yo, man, make something. I remember.
Yeah.
But,
YouTube's funny like that. They'll take subscribers away from you. Why, I have no idea, but
yeah. So then we stopped for a while. I don't know how long the time period.
Probably for like 8 months, we stopped making anything.
Oh no. Okay. No, I think our channels we did stop for like a good year or something. But I remember in 2020, during COVID, we're both in school and at home. It's kind of boring. Like, yo, man, why don't we just make a channel together, bro?
Yep.
Combine and then put all of our effort into one instead of two, and then so
that's be a powerhouse
of the entertainment crew.
Exactly. There you go. And now you guys are monetized, right? Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you.
A lot of it is thanks to Rob, though, because I remember back then we had like 5 subscribers, and Rob would have us on his channel. He had like,
he didn't care, by the way. He literally doesn't care. He's probably one of the most genuine people you'll meet, and he's like, yo, I love you. I don't care. Let's go on. Let's do this,
if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have a lot of. I don't know if we would be at 1,000 right now. Probably not. We'd probably be at like 500 or something, because that gave us a big boost to our subscriber count. So
right.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Well,
I was actually thinking at one point all 4 of us should do something together. Like a stream.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, listen, I'm gay, man. I listen. I don't do this just because I have to, because it's a job, whatever. I do it because, I mean, first of all, it doesn't pay much, but I do it because I love it. That's why I get a high off of doing YouTube. I love putting out news. I love informing people. I love giving even theories, just as you guys do.
Yeah.
And that's what's cool about it, right? Like, everybody has, like, as we were talking before, hopping on here on the live. It's cool to see different people's perspectives on, like, different narratives, and that's what makes YouTube. That's what makes Star Wars fun. And that's one thing you have to always make sure, is that you're always having fun, because the moment you stop is when you lost your way. So
yeah, I mean, that's probably the only issue I have, maybe even Luke, with YouTube, is that sometimes we have problems with consistency sometimes with our making videos.
For sure.
Because sometimes you post a video, you put everything into it, right? You put everything into it, and it gets like, it gets 50 views. Like,
hey, man, I hear you. I mean, I just put a video out, like the day before yesterday. Like I told you guys, it's trending. It's almost at like 1,000 or something. And then my video yesterday is at like 60 views. And that's just the algorithm, like, it's just, YouTube just, it depends, they want to make a video that's going to hit, if they don't want it to hit, it won't hit, but
yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah. In some videos, like, you don't put any effort into, well, you put some effort, but like, it's just,
and then they'll pop off.
Man. And they pop off. Like our most viewed video is a video I made at 3 a.m. in the morning, and I just scraped it together. And I was like, we watched, so we were watching Boba Fett together, me and Luke, and we wanted to do a video afterwards. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll do a video on that guy, the Wookiee, the Black Chrysanthemum was his name. And I did it. And I was thinking, even like halfway through the video, I was like, maybe I should not do this, because it's probably not going to get that many views anyway. It's probably going to get like 50. But then I made it, and then it did 50 views in like 30 minutes.
You want to know why? You were one of the first people to upload something about Black Chrysanthemum. Yeah. So
I saw there was a couple other videos, but
you guys are talking about put it up.
Yeah. We were one of the first people, because he put it out at like 3 a.m. So other people, of course, afterwards. But when people look up Black Chrysanthemum, his video was probably one of the first.
Yeah, for sure. What are the views at now?
83,000, I think.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. Congrats. That's awesome.
Yeah, it feels good when your video like this. It feels really good when it goes up. Like I feel like it's like the feeling when your video just skyrockets. You can see like the little line, it just goes up on the YouTube analytics thing. That's like the greatest feeling ever on YouTube. But
so a question actually I want to ask. I remember in our interview,
right,
you had said Shad was like Finn. Do you still agree with that? What do you say?
I'm sorry, it cut off. What did you say?
Oh, so in our interview, remember when you had related Shad to Finn? Would you say you still agree with that?
Shad to Finn, you lost me, bro. You gotta
from Star Wars, the character that you think he's related to the most, like acts like the most. Would you still say Finn?
Oh,
remember that?
Yeah, I'd say Finn still. Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna recover from this L. This L is so big.
Yeah, Finn is. Listen, if it wasn't for the Rise of Skywalker, Finn is a dope character, and he's gonna come back. They're gonna make his character better, and trust me, you'll want to be Finn in the long run.
I don't think so. I don't think so, man.
Trust me, I know you don't want to be known as the guy who says, "Right." I get it, but
so we got the Han, Finn, and Kit Fisto. There you go.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, listen, there's nothing wrong.
I'm never going to recover from this.
I mean, look, bro, there's nothing, like I said, there's nothing wrong with a Finn. I mean, yeah.
Hey, you can get your own Rose Tico, man. Rose
Tico, wow. He said Rose Tico.
I'm literally crying right now.
He's making it worse as it goes. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh, that's funny.
So
I don't want Roast Tico. I don't want my own Roast Tico.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. Sorry. I did.
She's gonna tase me, man.
Yeah, I did have a question though. Well, we did.
What?
So we have Cassian Andor actually that's going to be releasing soon.
Yes.
And future projects. Obviously, I was wondering, we could delve into that a little bit. What is your thoughts on Cassian Andor? What do you think? What's your ambition? What do you want to expect from it?
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's I've been telling everybody this. I think after the second trailer hit, I know Rob is like he shot me down. I was like, honestly, this really isn't. The show doesn't seem like it's gonna. For me, it doesn't look like it. Just looks okay.
Really?
Yeah, it just didn't really call to me. The only thing that really called to me was that I liked seeing Coruscant, and it looks like we're gonna be seeing the lower levels, which is actually something, a little nod to George Lucas's vision, which he wanted to talk about a little bit, actually. He almost had a thing called Underworld. So that's like the only thing that I found that was cool. I mean, it was nice to see Mon Mothma. It was nice, to see kind of like the rebellion, but, and Saw Gerrera. But, I don't know. Like, we know the outcome of everybody when we get these prequel, like, little shows or whatever. But I'm more of a lightsaber guy. Like I said on the last time when you guys interviewed me, I'm a lightsaber guy. So like I know what's gonna happen to Kenobi. I know what's gonna happen to Vader.
Did you like the Obi-Wan show? When it finished, like what were your thoughts about it?
I honestly I mean I could be a critic and say I didn't like the spotty camera. The fight was okay, it was whatever. I just I have my little opinions on the fight, but overall, as a series, I thought they did a phenomenal job. Like, I think, again, could they have done Vader better? Could they have done a better, like, for example, that episode 6, that fight? Could it have been better or different? Yes. But overall, I mean, the series was great. I mean, just the fact that we got Ewan McGregor back as Obi-Wan Kenobi, I mean, that alone, I'm excited. I was excited for and happy. And having Hayden Christensen back was amazing, even though he had 3 stunt people, but I mean, I didn't mind, man. I thought the show was great.
The Kenobi camera was like, don't diss scrap these. Like, dude,
it was. I'm not gonna lie.
It's like
it
waving
really
around.
was. It was, but how can I put it? Like, I can't. I'm not the one making the movie or the show. I'm not gonna be picky. Like, I know people say, well, Mando was like phenomenal, in a sense of like the the camera angles and all that. I get all that stuff, but for what it was, for it being a Disney Plus series, I was fine with it. It wasn't a movie. I wasn't expecting movie quality. I was expecting better, but it was what it was. And like
what do
I said,
you think about the character of Reva?
I know people have problems with her. I personally, I really love her character.
Really?
I do. I think she's awesome. I think she's dope. I think that, she brought a different twist to it. I think that it's cool to see that she actually knew who Vader was and she used that against Kenobi. Like I said, I think it was nice to see different other characters. I don't want to just see a show that's all about Kenobi and Vader. Like, I already know their outcome. Like, yeah, I mean, I can't watch a show that's just gonna. I mean, like, it's Star Wars. Like, you have to have other scenes happening. It's like watching Revenge of the Sith, right? You didn't have just Palpatine and Yoda fighting. You had Kenobi and Anakin fighting. You have different scenes, and that's why when you watch Vader and Kenobi, and then you have Reva and Owen, and you have Peru there, fighting. Like, that to me was Star Wars. I was like, this is dope. Like, yeah, it was a little weird, whatever, but yeah, could they really kick her ass? Not really. I mean, if this was real, like we were talking legit, like Reva would have really basically put it on them. But it's Disney, so it's not really the character Reva. It's not her fault. The actress. It's Disney. They could have done better writing, and they could have just overall done a better job. But she wasn't a bad character. I didn't.
By
think
the way, Uncle Owen is an epic dude. He handled that fine really well.
Yeah, I mean, you want to talk about disappointment in the show. I mean, they were supposed to give Brew more screen time. I mean, there's a whole bunch of things that could go into this, and that's why when I saw that people focused more on Reva, on Moses Ingram's character, it was a little disappointing because I'm just like, we're getting Ewan McGregor back. Like, we're getting his story told during this time. We're seeing Vader, like, be Vader. And we're focused on who Reva is. Like, that to me is dope. Is not dope. It's whack. Like, to me, is like, but again, to each their own. I respect everybody's opinion.
I will say, yeah, I think we could have gotten the better villain. Like, not. I
agree. 100%.
Like, for example, there's some rumors. You probably heard this before, but like Commander Cody could have appeared like in the movie.
True.
And I thought like maybe we could have had Commander Cody like lead a bunch of like special anti-Jedi clone squad just meant to kill Jedi, hunt down Kenobi because he knows the most about Cody. So we could have had and at this point, but
his inhibitor chip would have been basically gone already by now. Like, it would have been already worn out. So I agree with you. I mean, listen. There's so much. I mean, I don't really care. Like I said, I know like people wanted a different villain. They didn't like Reva for whatever reason. She was just there. And I think that it's cool because she's young. She can be featured in other things now. Like, that's what I'm excited for. I want to see what they're going to, like, to me, this is now, all right, you gave me Reva. Now, what are you going to do with her character going forward? Like, that's to me is going to show what Disney or Lucasfilm can do. How are you going to continue a character when you just gave her, you gave us this brand new character? What can you do with her story? How can you make it better now? Can she, like, she's another character that could be an Andor. Like, she could be helping out the rebellion for all we know. She could be with Roken. We don't know. Like, that's why there's so many different things that they can, sit there and fix. Like, that's what I want to see. I want to see Roken in in the Andor series. Kenobi even, tells him, to keep doing what he's doing. And he's like, I'm just getting started. So I want to see what they're going to do with that.
For me personally, the reason, and Shad made a video about it, why Reva, for me, first off, I do disagree with you. When I saw that there was going to be Obi-Wan show, I'm expecting Obi-Wan. I'm expecting Obi-Wan and Vader. And I think Reva kind of took away a little bit from that. You know what I mean? I kind of got what you mean, like, where you like seeing, like, cut to this story and then cut back. A lot of TV shows and movies do that. But I think Reva, a brand new character, putting that into the Obi-Wan show when we're promised to get Obi-Wan show and we want to see Obi-Wan and Vader. Then whenever it cuts to Reva, for me at least, I was like, okay, let's go back to Obi-Wan and Vader. I don't care about this. And again, Chad made a video about it, and one of the things he pointed out, which I agree with, is the inconsistency of her character, in which, I don't like Vader. I want Vader dead, so I'm going to kill Jedi. Even though she's with the Jedi, she's
basically working for Vader. Like, she's doing his bidding. But
exactly. And for me, she saw like, oh, I saw my friends get killed in front of Vader, right in front of me, and now she's going and doing the same thing. She's a hypocrite. It doesn't really make sense why she would do that,
right?
For me, so it was just like inconsistencies, kind of taking away from Obi-Wan. I'd say a little bit. Maybe I would like her character if she had her own show, like a Reva show, or I don't know, something like that. But
I mean, you have to think about it, right? Like, yeah, I mean, I don't, again, agree to disagree respectfully. And if I hear you, I totally agree with you guys. I don't disagree, that it was that's why I said there's a lot of things with the show that you could have done better, in the sense of like story plot, with the writing and everything. But I just feel like, when it comes to Reva, whatever, like I hear a lot of people say exactly what you said, right? Like, it was too focused on her. But it's like, if you have a show that's all Kenobi, and I don't see any, first off, this is one thing, and I did a video on this, and I don't know if you guys have talked about it, but I don't even think Disney can focus on Vader so much. Like Vader, you can only get in increments. You can't do Vader. I don't know if Disney can really do Vader for a whole scene, like for a whole show. Like that's why, like, I'm still kind of iffy on if they could even, like, I want to see. That's why I'm super excited to see the Acolyte and what they can do, because, I mean, to really do a Vader, a whole thing on it, I don't even trust them, to be honest with you guys, after certain things that I've seen, even with just the Kenobi series. So to have other characters, I didn't mind it. Like, again, having the Grand Inquisitor, having Reva, having the Fourth Brother, it was cool because it's different perspectives. You're seeing it through the eyes of different people as well. And again, agree to disagree is totally fine. For me, I didn't mind it. I really didn't. Reva wasn't even my biggest concern. I can't have a show. It's like, you're going to have a show, obviously, that's based on somebody, but you can't, Kenobi has to be doing other things, and you have to get other characters, because that's how you introduce new people as well. When you give a little bit more screen time to that other character. And like I said, what am I going to see the whole time of Vader and Kenobi? Like, if every episode was with Kenobi or Vader, what could you do? Like, if you have Vader, right, what are you gonna do for a whole episode or whole, like, we could go off of the comics and say, well, Vader could be doing this, but like, you have to have a cutaway. You have to talk about somebody else, because then it gives the viewers a different perspective and something different. I don't know. That's just
my
me.
issue is with just like they could have added somebody cooler than Reva. Like, Grand Inquisitor would have been cool.
That's true.
Like,
that's true. Maybe the Grand Inquisitor. They could have had the Grand Inquisitor do something.
I think Reva's a dope character. It's just the writing for her wasn't as strong. That's what I'll leave it at for myself. I think that's what it was. They could have had better writing for her. Because I think, honestly, like, you guys were at Star Wars Celebration. If you guys saw at the Hasbro lab when they were doing when they were trying to promote her lightsaber to me is like one of the best lightsabers out there. Like, it's a dope hilt. Honestly, the fact that it even comes apart now, I know I didn't get the funding for it, but it's a dope, like, honestly, it's one of the dopest lights. Like, if they would have sold that, I would, like, me and my another YouTuber friend of mine, we were gonna buy it, but like, they weren't selling it because it was just a kind of like a Kickstarter project. So check it out, pull it up. It's a dope lightsaber. It's a really dope lightsaber.
It looks pretty cool. Yeah, it looks cool.
That's what I'm saying. Like, her character's dope. It's just how they did it, and they didn't really do justice for her. They really
they made her kind of look like an idiot too. Kind of like oh yeah, let me act all tough. Okay, little girl, you're gonna do my bidding. Little girl doesn't do her bidding. Makes her look kind of dumb.
For example, yeah, no, and for example, like intimidating. Yeah, no, I hear you. I mean, one of the things that I liked about her character is, like, when we're seeing, by the way, my bad, I'm just getting home, so I apologize. One of the things that I liked is that if you see the resemblance, though, with Reva, whatever, and, like, for example, Leia, when they're interrogating her, you actually, like, you hear her say, I once had a droid too when I was a child. Like, okay, like, now I want to learn more about her character. And that's why I always say it's nice to see when you have the connections with characters. Like, people don't really pay attention and see those things, but it's like, it's those little things that make you want more. And that's what I want more of Reva. I want to learn what her childhood was like. Where did she come from that she had? If she had a droid, she had all this stuff, like, why did she become a Padawan? Who was the one that, brought her to the Jedi Academy? That's things I want to learn about now. Like that's what I'm more intrigued to see. So
with me though, I'd rather see a Quinlan Voss show. Like I'd rather see what he's doing. Man. That
of
sounds better
course,
to
yeah.
me.
Oh, of course. I mean,
Commander Cody,
everybody
even,
wants.
like.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm all for all that, but I mean, at the same time, it depends. It's all about what Disney's gonna do, and what their focus is. Like, I think we're gonna get. I've been a big advocate for Quinlan Voss for like the longest time. He's been my favorite character since I even learned about him in Red Dark Disciple.
Dark Disciple, that was a dope book, by the way. I don't read a lot, but that book invested me.
I don't either. I'm the same as you, bro. I don't read for shit. And excuse my French, I don't read for anything. But man, let me tell you,
I binged that book, man.
We finished that in like a week.
When I sit there and I see his character in the Clone Wars, I'm like, it's such a disservice because his character is so much darker that like I can't even watch his character. And like to me, it just doesn't even make sense. It doesn't go together hand in hand.
Yeah.
So like I'm honestly like I can't do it. So yeah, I mean, listen, do I want a Quinlan show? Of course. Do I want a Cal Kestis series? Of course I do. I want all that and more. But the question is, will Disney do that? That's the $1 million question.
I think what Disney does, though, I wish it had more. I wish they took more input from fans because that's like they
totally do their own thing all the time. Yeah. They don't really like take heed to what the fans are saying. You know what I mean? And then like when things go bad, like Solo. When Solo did bad because of the Last Jedi, like, oh yeah, we're gonna boycott Solo because of Last Jedi. It's like, whoa, what happened, bro?
Right.
Like if you were actually listening, you would have known and you would have expected this.
I'll be honest, like they're so like tone deaf on this that they basically canceled the Obi-Wan show, the Obi-Wan movie. They're like, there's talks that was gonna be a movie, and they turned it into a show because
there was talks
of that.
Man, there was talks of freaking what was it? There was supposed to be a Boba Fett movie. There was supposed to be so much, man. They kind of like
for some reason the shows are playing it safe though because they're putting it, and also I think it's also partly because they're trying to promote Disney Plus too.
The thing is, the bad thing is with that is because it's like just because we don't like The Last Jedi doesn't mean we won't like an Obi-Wan movie or a Boba Fett movie. It's like they're taking the wrong message. It's just not. We don't just hate movies. We like movies. We just don't like The Last Jedi. All right. It's like Solo was all right, but
right.
They kind of paid the price for The Last Jedi.
Solo was probably my favorite Disney Star Wars movie, and maybe I'm biased because I really like I really like Solo, but I don't know. I thought it was good. It's just the sequels were not good,
I love Solo. I thought Solo was dope. Honestly, I thought it was a really good movie.
I thought that was a great.
I think they came out at the wrong time. That's what it was.
Agreed. I think young Lando and young Han. Right. That was good. I mean,
young Kira's pretty good too.
You can never beat. Oh yeah, Kira, of course.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on the Lando series to come out.
I'm actually I'm waiting for that because no one can beat Harrison Ford or Billy D. Williams, of course, but they're probably the next best choices, to be honest, to fill the roles. So
it is true.
I want to see a Kira TV show. That's what I want to see. Kira get her own thing.
Slave Kira, man.
I have been such a big advocate for that. I am Team Kira.
Oh, you want to see Slave Kira too? Okay.
Not Slave Kira, but
for Slave Kira. Look at
this. I'm all for that. I'm all for whatever they give me. Listen, I'll take like I said, I want what I really want that's been such a really big missed opportunity from Star Wars, dating back to the Bad Batch. I'm not a Bad Batch fan, so I apologize to those out there, but I want to see Crimson Dawn. That's what I want to see, a series on that. That's what I need to see. Whether it's Kira leading the forefront, I don't really care. I just need to see Crimson Dawn / Reign because the new comics now that's what it's called. But yeah, that's more where I'm at. I need to see that. So if they could give me a Crimson Dawn, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, seeing what Maul was doing around that time, like
come on,
Maul is dead now, but who's to say what we can't see what he's doing before he died.
What if he survived? There you go. What if he survived?
I'm good. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
If he survives after that,
he's back, man. He's back.
It's like the whole Palpatine thing. Palpatine, he died in episode 6, and they brought him back. That's too much.
He got cut in half. He survived that. He could survive anything.
Yeah. I'm good.
I'm pretty sure Obi-Wan buried him too.
Hey, he did. He did. A zombie, all right. That's
he did in.
There's a way. There's always a way.
Yeah, he did in Rebels. Right after he fought, he killed. Yeah, when he killed him in Rebels.
Yeah. So, what would you say is your most anticipated future TV show? Because I know we got the Acolyte, right? I know we got
Acolyte.
Cassian Andor. Actually, we didn't ask what your thoughts about Visions. What do you think about the anime stuff?
I mean, Visions is dope. Visions is great. I mean, I'm waiting for Tales of the Jedi. That's what I want to see.
I'm dying to
see the Dooku story arc. That's a 2-part episode. I want to see that. That's the one I'm really dying to see.
Dooku is a character that's so underused.
Episode, by the way, did you see that episode at Celebration?
I'm sorry?
They showed an episode of the Tales of the Jedi at Celebration. Did you see that?
Oh yeah. I got to see it. Well, I mean, I saw it too online. I don't know if you guys got to see it online.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh yeah. If you actually, I have it on my channel because I do a video on it. So if you see it there, you can see it there. Yeah, there you go. But they have stuff out too. I mean, a whole bunch of people put stuff out. So yeah, there's stuff out there.
Dooku is a character they don't use enough. Like Dooku, there's so many things that they can do with him that they haven't yet. So I'm really excited for that.
And his kind of character, his kind of mentality, the vibe he brings is something original. You know what I mean? It is something fresh and new, and they could kind of act on that. Bring it out more, because you always have characters like Obi-Wan. You know what I mean? Like, I could compare Obi-Wan to like Captain America. You have characters like that, but Dooku seems like something of his own. He
has his own swag.
Exactly.
It's his own thing. He's the only guy who's got it.
Yeah, exactly.
So Shad, my bad. I'm on my computer. If you could let me in on that one, I'm gonna get off my phone.
Oh yeah, I see you.
I see you. All right, cool.
Here.
I
got you.
There we go. That's way better now because I'm home now, so I'm good.
Yep. You sound a lot better too on this one.
Yeah.
I sound better now?
On this one, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I was on my phone, so I apologize for that. But now we could talk. I'm a little bit more comfortable now, so we're good now. All right, cool.
There you go,
all right. So what do you think? What did you think of the Book of Boba Fett show? What about that?
Oh, man, that was a train wreck, man. I'm good. I don't want to see Power Rangers. I don't want to see. I'm good. I'm good. I didn't like it. It was a filler show. I get it. I know why they did what they did, but
okay. For me, I thought there was a few episodes like it was a very hit or miss, I would say. Right. I thought the episodes with Boba Fett they weren't bad, they were decent, but Mando just totally like came in and just stole the spotlight in Boba Fett's show.
Yeah.
And it's like he kind of made Boba Fett look kind of dull. Like I don't know, like they made Mando cooler pretty much in the sense.
I mean, it just goes to show you how much we need Mando. That's what I learned from Boba Fett. It really shows you how much weight he holds on the Star Wars universe, because he honestly, like you said, I mean, he held weight for that series, and he honestly stole the show. Like you said, he really stole the show. So, I mean, look, I'm grateful. I'm always going to be grateful for everything that we get. Do I have my own opinions and thoughts on them? Of course I do. Just as you guys do, just as everybody else does, But yeah, Boba Fett just had a lot of things that they needed. I mean, Cad Bane, I agree with what Lit Llama says. I can see the comments, which is great now. It was great to see Cad Bane. Like, when I saw his character in live action for the first time, which I knew was going to happen anyway, it was awesome. Like, seeing him in live action was so great. And the fact that he still might be alive, I'm happy for the future.
He better be alive.
Llama,
if they kill him off right there, that'd be a waste.
I agree with what Lim Llama said. The worst part was when Grogu picked up the armor. Actually, I made a whole video, a whole analysis, putting the logic into it, everything. Like, oh yeah, the end of season 2 was so hyped with Luke and Grogu leaving with Luke and all that stuff. and now in this show, just for him to go back with Mando wouldn't make sense. Mando's gonna go to Mandalore. He's gonna, and because it's gonna be kind of dangerous. You know, there's probably gonna be some things going on with Mandalore. It makes sense with the big finale of season 2 for Grogu to go back. I made a whole analysis just for him to go back with Mando. It's like, really? They just did, like, what's the point, man? They just did that for the money. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you one thing, man. I mean, I'm not going to say, I can't put names out there, but I have a couple friends that actually were a part of season 3 of The Mandalorian. And
wow, I
could tell you this, it's going to be sick. That's all I can say. It's going to be freaking sick. It's going to be insane. Like, it's going to be really good. I'm actually really excited for season 3 of The Mandalorian. So I can't wait.
Yeah, Ahsoka show is going to be pretty cool.
Like, how do you get these connections? You know, people on the show, like.
I mean, it's just who you know. I mean, I don't know. I just met them. I don't know. I just meet people, so I don't know. Okay, but sure. It's cool, man.
I have an idea of who it might be. I won't say anything.
No. I know who you're thinking. No, not well. No. It's actually other people. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's other people because I mean, you have the whole 501st out there in California. There's a bunch of people, and I'll just put it at that. I mean, we know that they use people from the 501st, so, but yeah.
Yeah. I know. Obviously, the chat doesn't know, but I know that you know the Vader from the Star Wars Theory, episode 1.
Right.
So, for episode 2, is there anything that you know about that? You know, there's obviously no spoilers, but do you know maybe when's it getting released, or kind of like that kind of stuff?
The only thing I could tell you is that I know that him and Theory wrote it. He had a part of that.
Okay.
Release, I think they're trying to do it within the next release. I don't know when. I know they're trying to start filming as soon as possible. So that's all I could really tell you. That's all I know. I haven't seen any scripts or any plot. I mean, I think Theory already put it out though, what it's going to be about.
Yeah.
So I mean, everybody knows. I couldn't tell. I mean, we know that it's going to be live action, so that's cool because I know that he had a poll of what people wanted, if they wanted the animated version compared to live action. So I mean, that's all.
I mean, come on.
I voted live action on that.
Live action all the way.
Oh yeah,
especially seeing Vader and Mace Windu live action. Like, come on, that's what the people want.
Yeah.
I have a question though. So, what direction do you want Star Wars to take? Like, do you want to go forwards in time with this, going further in the sequel? Maybe you said about Finn, right? Doing something with Finn, or do you want to go back into where you could go with the Old Republic, you could go with the High Republic? Which direction do you see it going? Which direction do you want it to go?
I mean, Star Wars is all over the place. I mean, I just want to see it be. I want to see them talk about Old Republic, and I want to see them talk about post sequels. Again, the last known Skywalker was Cade Skywalker in Legends. Give me Darth Talon. I mean, that's what I want to see. I want to see these characters come back, from, the expanded universe into live action. If they want to talk about, post Skywalker saga, great. If not, give me some Old Republic stuff. I'm cool. I'm good to see Malgus. That's what I want to see. I want to see that type of Star Wars where
I want to see some Old Republic. Like, one thing that we've never gotten, I when Disney bought Star Wars, I was like, okay, what they should act on is Old Republic. That's what I want to see, man. That'd be dope. That'd be sick. I don't know if you played the video games. Me and Shav played the video games. The video games, there's so much you could do with it. You have all this material off the games and books and all that. They went over and did the sequels, which, I mean, we all know how that turned out. But
I think if they're going to do something new, they got to get people who watch Star Wars, who are fans of Star Wars, to actually direct it. I don't want just this guy's a good director, but he's never watched Star Wars before, and let's have him make a movie.
Well, that's a good point you bring up. Knowing that Leslie Headland, doesn't really know Star Wars, that to me scares me a little bit, but it also it could be good. Again, it's what I'm excited for the Acolyte. Like I said, I want to see Old Republic stuff. If they could talk about post
sequels, great, whatever. I don't really care. I just think that overall they need to get away from the Skywalker saga. That story's already been told.
I agree.
It's done. That's one of my biggest things. I don't care. Listen, they want to talk about High Republic. Fine. I don't care because that's the thing that they're doing. I don't care. Just shy away from, the Skywalker trilogy. We already know the story. There's books, there's shows. Like Kenobi, I think is the last of it. I don't think like Andor. That's why, like, when you guys ask me what Andor, I could care less because you already know his outcome. I already knew Kenobi's outcome, but it's just that's different. That's Vader and like we've been waiting for this for years to see Ewan McGregor come back.
True.
Cassian Andor, I didn't really care for even in Rogue One. I think his story's cool.
I can agree with that. I can relate to that. One thing with Rogue One is, in comparison to Solo, why I like Solo more,
right?
Is the characters in Rogue One I didn't give a crap about. It's
right.
like what everyone talks about with Rogue One is the visuals and the action. With Solo, it's the characters. It's the heart of it. And but there's one thing actually, me and Shao were talking about that we would like to see. I want to see your opinion on it. You know how Clone Wars got a show, right?
Right.
So basically the prequels.
Right.
We were thinking of having a show about the originals with like an animation style with Han, Luke, and Leia. What do you think about that?
But I hear you. But then it goes back to like we have to leave this. We have to get away from the Skywalker saga. We have to. Like we're gonna keep getting stuck in this and getting pulled back. It's like we already know their outcome. We already know what happens. Like they need to give us new characters. Like Disney. What is it?
To be fair, though, when the Clone Wars was released, we already knew what would happen to Anakin. Like,
of course, but
we did get new characters in the Clone Wars. And
Ahsoka. I mean, that's a brand new character that we never heard of before, and
now she's. It's like Ahsoka without Star Wars. It's kind of hard to see.
Yeah, and of course, like that's why I say I Clone Wars. Yes, we knew the outcome to these characters, but that's what I'm saying. Like, because you asked me the question for now.
Right.
I don't want any more prequels to any like. I want to see what they can do because I want to see. This is my thing. I want to see what Star Wars.
Your own originality.
I want to see what Lucasfilm can do with Disney owning it with a new trilogy, a new saga. Like I want to see what new 9 episodes they can do, what they can talk about. Like if they're not going to talk about Old Republic, High Republic, fine. What could you bring to the table that's going to be entertaining? And who's the next character? Who's going to be the next Skywalker? That's what I want to see. And this time in actual order, 1 through 9, like start from the beginning and then like do it 1 through 9 this time, So
I do agree with one thing. Prequels, I think the prequels are done. I think just don't touch anything prequel era. Maybe I could see like a Dooku thing. Like
that's why
Bad
Batch. I think Bad Batch should be the last of the prequel. I guess it kind of qualifies as the prequel.
It's kind of I would say it's more of like an original thing. It gives more of an original trilogy vibe. But I still with the Bad Batch, that's just another can of worms. It's just a filler show basically. It's like a show just full of filler episodes.
Lit Llama said, question for you guys: do you guys want more Star Wars movies, or do you think they should stick to the shows?
Both.
What do you guys think about that?
I want both. I want Star Wars TV shows and movies. Why can't we have both?
I think if they're going to focus on a saga, movie theaters, because I want to go eat popcorn. If you're going to talk about like an in-between, do a show, do a series, or, a character that is brand new, like an Andor. If they're going to talk about this new character and it's like a Cassian, use it for a Disney Plus series. I'm cool with that.
With the older public stuff, I think it'd honestly fit better on a show than movies because it's just super kind of like when I research this stuff, it's kind of drawn out. So if they were gonna make movies, they'd have to make it like you said, like 9 movies, which I don't know if I want because I'm gonna have to wait like 15 years to finish a whole thing. But I think sure I could get some money maybe, but I prefer a show because I could see like Game of Thrones, right? I could see that kind of vibe with the Old Republic. I could see kind of like they were even getting the the directors for Game of Thrones to make a Old Republic, but then I think they canceled that.
They canned them, they got
but I would have loved to see that because that's kind of like the vibe I get from the Old Republic. It's grittier, it's more like backstabbing, kind of like just a more less idealistic form of Star Wars because there's more Sith. So there's more of that.
I have a question for both of you, and then I'll answer. So let's say you're put in the seat, right? So you get a call up from Lucasfilm, and they're like, "Yo, I saw your channel. You seem sick. I want you're going to be a director for a movie or a show. What are you doing?" I'll ask both of you. Either one of you could go first, and then I'll give you my take. What are you doing? Like, what's the premise? What do you say? You're in the seat. You're the director, man. So this is your kind of like your style, your vision.
I'll have to think about that. I don't know, man. Oh, I got it.
Okay.
I would do a show similar to like what If did for Marvel, like, you know, the What If show. But I'd do it where I do legend stuff. So I'd explain legend stories. Basically, I'd explain the Rakatan Empire, like I did with my, like I do with my shorts. I'd explain what happened in Legend Star Wars, like as almost like a multiverse type of thing. All right, this is what happened in this, you know, different, not necessarily multiverse, but you know what I mean, like a different story. So I'd show like, you know, what happened with, you know, you said Cade Skywalker, you said with Mara Jade.
Like I know I've done I've done videos on like the Old Republic, and like even before that, like the Jedi Order. You know, you could do like, you know, the story, like talking about the story of Korriban, you know, that like, you know, how unstable of a planet it was.
Also, like the Thrawn trilogy with the after the originals. I would do something. I'd probably do. That's what I would do. It wouldn't be canon, but it'd be really sick to see all of that stuff in live action, even animation. That'd be cool to see, like all the legend stuff that isn't only in comics or books, whatever. That'd be cool. That's what I would be doing if I was a Lucasfilm called me. What do you do?
And what do you think, Journal?
What do I think?
I honestly would kick it back. I'm dying to see Dawn of the Empire. Oh, Dawn of the Empire. Wow. Dawn of the Jedi. That's one of the things I've been a big advocate on as well. I'm all for everything, honestly, before the Skywalker saga. Dawn of the Jedi is a book. It's a comic run, old school. It talks about how the Jedi started. And I think that that's something we need to like discover, that and the beginning of the Sith. You know, seeing a Junta Paul, the first ever, you know, Jedi turned Sith. Like, that's what I want to see. I want to see a story of the Thoyor, who we were supposed to get, actually. Taika Waititi's movie was supposed to be talking about that, but now he's saying, you know, we don't know which route they're going to go. At one point in the investors meeting, it was pitched that we were supposed to see the Thoyor, which is it's like this pyramid-shaped thing where it goes to different planets and it calls on Force sensitives. They come to it, then they go to Titan, the planet Titan, where they go, they do other training. That's what I want to see. How the Jedi started. Like, I want to see that. Like, that to me is something intriguing because we never talk about that. Like, how did this all even start? You know, that's why if I was in the director's seat, I'd be like, this is what we're doing.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, I read that book too. That book is really good. I mean, in the beginning, I was kind of confused. I was like, "Is this really Star Wars?" But then it hooked me in. It hooked me in after I read it. Man,
there is no Star Wars at that point. That's the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's not. You don't know what it is at that point. The fact that it didn't even have lightsabers back then.
It feels different. There's like a distinct feeling to it because they don't know what's in the rest of the galaxy. They don't know.
No.
So it's like. It feels kind of closer to our universe where like we don't know what's out there in the galaxy. It's like them. They kind of get the same feeling at that point. It's like they don't know what's out there. Well, we know what's out there in their galaxies, the Rakatan Empire, but still, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
So for me, I think if I was in the director's seat, first off, one thing I would do, I was like, all right, first off, I want to be in it too.
Of course.
All right, Dave Filoni. I see you, John Favreau.
So I want to be in it. It's going to be Solo 2, right? And here's the premise of Solo 2. So we got Han. He's coming back. You know, we'll get what's his name, Alden Ehrenreich. You know.
Let me guess. You get with Kira in the end in this.
Yeah. No. So he's trying to find Kira, and I'm like the villain that everyone likes. I'm with Kira, and I end up being like the crime lord with Crimson Dawn. And I team up with Kira, right? And then
where's my role in this, man?
And then Han's like, "Oh crap, that guy just stole my girl, man." And then there we go. Solo 2, man.
Solo 2, there you go.
Am I like your henchman, your underboss?
Yeah. You're like my second command. I'm like, Dingus, get over here. There we go.
Okay.
There you go.
That's a good one. I like that. Hopefully it gets funded, man. Just need a Kickstarter to get you going.
Hey, they just gotta contact me, man. Like, and I'll make Slave Kira a thing. Like, that's what everyone wants, right?
That is true. Everybody does want that. So hopefully we get it soon.
Yeah,
hopefully we get it soon.
Shad. So is there any other questions you got for me?
I'm checking the chat real quick if Lit Llama said anything.
Yeah, he did. I actually have a cool idea.
A lot of things. I haven't checked this in a long time. He said a lot of things. What
if they did a cartoon like 2D animation series with like 20 minutes per season with episodes from different eras and explore new content? Also,
yeah, that's basically what I was thinking. Yeah. Like,
I think it would be good if it was a fun comedy-based show. I don't know about comedy-based, but
not comedy.
I don't want Stars to be comedy-based because Marvel tried to shove in too much comedy in their stuff, and now it kind of sometimes it ruins it. Like I remember, I was rewatching Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and I thought it was epic. I remember there was one scene where some epic music, and it's zooming on all of them, and then a rock like boom hits one of them in the face. I'm like, why are you rooting that, man? It's just like it's not funny, and I'm just like, come on, man, who's gonna laugh at that, bro? You know,
I just did, but you know.
Yeah, because I'm more funny than the movie. I made it seem more funny than they did. They just kind of did it bland, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think. By the way, did you see the Thor 4? Did you see that?
I haven't had a chance, man. I'll be honest. That's the one movie I've been dying to see. But so much going on. So much.
Okay, fair. I think that is a good movie, but too much comedy.
Too much comedy, yeah. That's Taika Waititi
trailer. Do you see the trailer?
Yeah.
So they did stuff like, okay, remember when the guy made Thor's clothes off or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, and then they had the chicks pass out and everything. They kind of it ruined the moment because what they were trying to set up is it's like one of those things. I won't spoil it, but it's like,
yeah.
All right, come on, man. We know Thor's good looking, man. Like you don't gotta.
Yeah. I think,
I mean that's the thing. That's Taika Waititi though. That's his type of. That's how his movies are. Like that's what it is. I mean, again, he's directed Star Wars. He directed he directed a Mandalorian episode a couple times. So I mean, that's one of the things that scares me is I know they want to give him a trilogy, you know, but that's Disney's MO as well. They put kind of like these like little cheesy, corny like little jokes in it. That's what kind of brings it back. So it's like. It's not DC. Like DC is dark. Like you don't hear jokes like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
if it wouldn't be DC. I'd be like, nah.
Dude, that's actually why I like DC better. Is this I like that.
I've been more so. Yeah, I was definitely big into Marvel, especially Phase 1, Phase 2. I was growing up with it. Phase 3's probably the best one, but it just got more and more jokey, more lighthearted, more. They throw different stuff in here, different crap that I didn't like, which is for another time, like the Brie Larson movie or whatever, Captain Marvel. I didn't like that. DC's movie.
I didn't even remember the name of the movie.
That's great.
Yeah, it's so irrelevant to me. That's why I don't care about it. But DC,
we got a comment, guys.
We have a spammer.
Whoa!
Hey.
I just want to know who are these? Yo,
Shad, who are you bringing here, man? Why are you bringing?
Like, who are these people? Like, yo, hop.
No, Shad, we didn't ask for this, man. Why are you doing this?
Hey, Morgan's got it. He's doing his duty as a mod.
Oh my gosh.
He did that quick too.
Damn.
Yeah, but anyway, DC, their issue is they need to find their formula. They bring out new stuff every time. Like, oh, here's this new Batman, this new. Like they have.
Well, they just announced the 10-year plan, like Marvel. They just announced it. How do you guys feel
about that? Actually,
I know
they finally have done it, but you know, for the past couple years, they've been fiddling around, like doing random stuff. It's like, get your stuff together and make it like a universe, make it feel like a universe.
I have to say, Zack Snyder's extended cut was great. That was like the best.
I actually never watched that.
I tried to watch it, but I fell asleep in the 20 minutes.
Me and Rob have similar things where I think about the Amber Heard thing, to where that kind of put me off from watching it. So
well, I mean, she's not a part of that. She's a part of Aquaman.
No, she was a part of it though. And also he also was backing Amber Heard, trying to make it like, oh no, keep her in the movies. He was defending her. And it's like, come on, man. You're just acting like a fool. But
I'll be honest. The only thing DC, like the best DC content, always comes from Batman. Something with Batman, it's always good. Like with the new Batman, the Joker movie. Like those two movies are probably the best DC movies.
Yeah, the Batman and the Joker, they're awesome.
Yeah, I think we need to see more of Batman. I think that's it. I know we've gotten we've gotten probably like 10 movies of Batman, but I think Batman is the main thing to DC. That is their Tony Stark. Batman is their Iron Man of DC. He is the best.
Don't sleep on Green Arrow too, man. He's another. He's one of my favorite actual characters from the DC universe. He's like a Batman, but
yeah.
I've always
I also do like Henry Cavill as Superman. I don't really have that much.
I liked him. I was always a fan of that Superman.
I thought he was great.
Yeah.
But it's sad to say that I don't think those people that are in the DCU, the DC Extended Universe, they're probably not going to be part of this, though.
I think Aquaman is, and that's the only one. And I don't know what the guy that plays the Flash. He's
no, I don't want to talk about him.
He's done, bro. He's done.
Yeah, he's done. So.
You guys know what happened with that. I saw that. I was like,
he goofed up.
You gotta be a whole nother level kind of dumb to do it.
Well, he's a clown. That's for another time though. He's a clown.
Honestly, they're even thinking of keeping him at some point. But then now it's not gonna happen.
Nah,
it's not.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
Yeah, Man of Steel definitely underrated. I'm reading the chat here. Yeah, it's Man of Steel.
Apparently, the new Suicide Squad movie is good. I didn't watch.
Yeah, I watched it. It was pretty good.
No, I didn't get.
It gives me I
didn't watch Birds of Prey either. I'm not watching that.
It gives me Guardians of the Galaxy vibes.
Birds of Prey,
Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I don't want to watch that one.
Again, wow, you guys are lit with these help.
Looks like you find the perfect match.
I know.
What the? Whoa!
Looks like we found you a girl.
Okay. Yes, and her name is Kira. Luke. Kira.
Well, listen, I think all of us don't need help in that department. I think we're all good.
Yeah,
we're good.
Yeah, would you agree, Eternal Sith?
Yeah, we're good.
One thing I got with DC though, one thing DC has that you guys probably don't know about this. Maybe Luke a little bit, but DC has really good animated movies. Like their animated stuff, DC is
I agree.
Super good. Like the Batman stuff, especially Batman Year One. That one's epic. Some of the other ones aren't as good, but overall, I like the vibe of the DC animated stuff. It has a really dark, kind of rated R vibe to it.
Also, I want to ask Eternal Seth, what is your goal for your channel? Right? Let's say obviously, probably subscriber wise, obviously there's probably no limit. You'd be fine with anything. But let's say you do blow up, right? Let's say in the next 2 years, you're at like, I don't know, 500K, right? How long would you go for? Like, and what would be the end goal? Like, would you stay with Star Wars? Would you stay at your roots? Would you do something else? Would you bring someone in and do like a co-op with your channel? Would you stay the main man? Or like, how would you do it?
I would never, how do I put it? I definitely am looking to, in time, I have like a 5-year plan, if that makes sense. I do have a 5-year plan.
Okay.
I have things that I'm going to be doing as time goes on for my channel. I mean, I already have kind of like a crew that I kind of do a live stream with every Wednesday. Right now, we're kind of split up because, there's nothing really out right now. So, I have different people on occasionally. But I mean, it's going to continue to still be the Eternal Sith Network. It's going to have, like I said, the people that I have on every Wednesdays or Thursdays. Looking to add some new additions as well. I have some people coming in as time goes on. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, I just have a 5-year plan, still continue to do Star Wars. I'll probably branch out to other things, but that's for another time.
When you hit the 5-year mark, are you going to decide if you want to continue or not in that sense, or what do you mean?
Oh, when I say my 5-year mark, meaning that's I have a set goal within the 5 years that I want to hit. I'm going to continue to do this. Like, I'm never going to stop. Like, this is like my passion that I love like a whole bunch. So I'll never stop this. This is my brand. This is what I
got a question. Like with videos, do you like plan it? Do you make a video then schedule it for a day, or do you just like, how do you, your release schedule? Because I kind of have a problem with that a little bit with my schedule. I just kind of post whenever. Do you have like a schedule to when you release? Do you like schedule videos?
I release every day. I won't post at nighttime. I mean, other people can do it. I mean, I just really don't. I really post throughout any time of the day. I just won't do night because the algorithm's funny like that. And majority of the time I post first thing. So like today I didn't post anything because I'm like, again, we all need a break, right? We need one day off. True. So, I mean, other than that, I'm a news guy. I'm a news outlet. I give breakdowns, as you guys know, breakdowns, theories, and news. That's what I do, and that's what I'll continue doing until I can't no more. So, or unless YouTube takes it away from me. So,
well, thanks for coming on here. Make sure like his videos, watch him, subscribe to his channel. If you want to give like a quick summary of what you do, you kind of already did, but
Yeah, definitely. I see in the future. I think there's a little community, unspoken community, kind of around. You know what I mean?
Around what? I'm sorry.
There's like an unspoken community. I would say like there's us that we're like in a little like Rob, you, a few.
Oh yeah, people. Yeah. I mean,
you know what I mean?
I agree with you. I think everybody has their community, and that's the great. Everybody has their following. That's what I'll put it. So yeah,
I definitely see in the future. You'll definitely see this guy again for sure.
Yep.
If you want to bring us on your channel, we're more than welcome.
Definitely would love to have you guys on. Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely going to be doing something, and we'll stay in touch. We'll definitely stay in touch.
But yeah, this is Entertainment Crew signing.